Welcome back to another episode of A Shakespearean Tragedy. Today, we're talking about sleep. Sleep. It's a thing that a lot of us, I think, don't get enough of. A lot of us don't know how to function well with or without it. Teenagers get less sleep on average than they are recommended to do so. And one of the things I think has to do with that is waking up early for school. Teenagers, which I'm guessing is probably one of my main audiences here right now. Teenagers. When do you sleep better during the school year or during the summer? Most of you are probably saying summer. That's probably because you don't have to wake yourself up every morning, haul yourself into a car, or make breakfast at 7 in the morning when you couldn't even fall asleep until 1 a.m. And that's a real thing. A lot of adults don't get that for some reason. Teenagers, they can't sleep until much later than you guys can. It's not like we're in a nursing home where we have dinner at 4:30 and are in bed by 6. We don't even start feeling tired until like around midnight. Not good for waking up at 7 in the morning. Because say if you start feeling tired at midnight, then you wake up, then you go to bed at 1 maybe, and then you wake up at probably earlier than 7 if you have to be at school at like 7 or like around 7. That's a solid about 6 or 7 hour range when you should be getting like 9 or 10, I think, for our age group. And that's why a lot of us, I think, are so cranky in the morning at school, because there's some wild characters. Time of day to be a high school student is noon, because everybody's like either just eating or they just eaten and they're content, they're awake, they're better. And it's not like they're super cranky in the morning. And they're also not super excited to get out of school later in the day. You might yourself be having lunch with your friends. It's the best time to socialize. Kobe! Sleep can also bring some unruly, I would say, side effects, like weird ass dreams. Raise your hand right now. Raise your hand and type the hand emoji into the comments right now if you've ever had a weird dream. I can't type into the comments because I'm filming it right now, but yes, I have too. One time I had a dream I could lactate. And according to my psychology teacher last year, that in one viewpoint of psychology that has some meaning. What in the world is me having the ability to lactate mean? What does that mean? I'm not gonna say her name. I also had a dream once that this was a while ago. I had a dream once that I was a sea turtle and I had to drink up the whole ocean to save the fish from drowning. Dreams defy all logic. It's like a SpongeBob episode, you know? The worst feeling in the world is waking up on a day that you can sleep in, but it's 7 or 8 a.m. and you really have to pee. It's almost forcing you to get out of bed. And you don't want to do that. Why would anybody want to do that? Who wants to get out of bed on a day off? It's not even like I'm trying to sleep at that point. Another thing, sleep. If you've got curly hair like I do, sleep is your worst enemy. Unless you're one of those people who have one of those bonnets. I don't have a bonnet because I'm too white to have a bonnet. But sleep, because it messes everything up. Laying down on a pillow for hours on end. What do you think that does? No, it dries out your hair. It flattens it. It not even flattens it. It just makes it stand up in a weird way. Why? Why can't I just stand and sleep? I know some people have to do that, like people in the military. I think so. Please, in the comments, berate me. Go after me if I'm wrong. That reminds me of Lab Rats for some reason, that one really good TV show who had no business being as good as it was. Why were they standing up? I can believe all the bionics and the superpowers it gave them, But what I can't believe is them standing up in a septic tank and going to sleep. Who does that? I don't care if you're bionic. What does that even mean? Hear me out on this. This is a big hear me out. And I'm not talking Mrs. Incredible. She is not a hear me out. She is fine as frickety frack. I'm just kidding. I'm low-key kind of jealous of people with narcolepsy. Okay, and before you cancel me, hear me out. Narcolepsy is the one I believe, also correct me if I'm wrong. I could very well be wrong. I'm not Googling it. That's not this kind of show. This kind of show is just me rambling for 20 minutes. If I'm not mistaken, narcolepsy is a disorder where you go into sleep. Yeah, you just sleep. I explained that poorly. Narcolepsy is a disorder that makes you fall asleep unconsensually. That's the best word. I can't against your will. God. Now it makes it feel like narcolepsy is like some predator. Narcolepsy sounds like the name of a predator. Predator. Is that the next Predator movie? Narcolepsy? I'm gonna write that down. Actually, I don't need to. It's on video. And in the state of South Dakota, I believe that means that idea is mine. We're good. Anyway, narcolepsy, it makes you fall asleep just uncontrollably. Like you could, and I think it's triggered by strong emotions or like, I'm just gonna stop talking because I've tried to pay attention in class during that psychology part, but I don't remember everything. But I remember that this one girl that they showed us, she would just, and then she would just fall asleep. I'm jealous of that is it normally takes me like, unless I'm really, really tired, it normally takes me like 20 minutes at the very least to fall asleep. And you can just go like, you can just get excited and go like, go out like a light. I know that means you can't drive or like, you probably can't, it's probably would be harder to hold down a job or, probably a whole bunch of other issues that come with that me as a person who doesn't do that is unfit to comment on, but I am doing it anyway and you guys can cancel me. Lock me up, officer. But there's also like, today's Father's Day, I believe, while I'm filming this. Is snoring like just something that you develop when you're about to become a dad? While your baby is developing in your partner's womb, do you as the father just develop sleep apnea? Genuine question. When in the development of becoming a dad, do you just somehow, whenever you sneeze, it sounds like an atomic bomb is going off? Because I've always wondered when that's going to happen. Because like I'm pretty sure I'm all the way through puberty at this point. I don't think I'm going to grow much taller than this. I know that's a whole different thing, bro. I think you probably don't stop growing until you're like 21. I don't know. But I think I'm almost done with the general, I think I get the gist of puberty. I think I'm going to make that a whole other episode on its own. But for a second there, I thought I was developing a dad sneeze. That was one of the lowest parts of my life. I'm just kidding. But now I feel like after going through that sneeze, I sneeze like a kitten. I'm not going to sneeze on command, but also there's some other times where I can't tell if I just sneezed or if I coughed. Normally you can. Me, I never know. They're like twin cousins that I mix up every single Thanksgiving. What does that even mean? Also, I can't tell you how relieved I feel whenever I have like one of those dreams where I do something really embarrassing or I didn't think through it or like I'm about to die in the dream and I wake up. The absolute like emotion that just comes over you when that happens. You're like, oh, thank God it wasn't real. But what if it was? What if that was you experiencing another version of you in a parallel universe, astral projecting yourself? The earth is flat and Epstein didn't kill himself. Donald Trump is a lizard. That one might be true. Have you ever had sleep paralysis? It's not It's not a fun thing. I think I've only had it like twice, and they were all when I was like really young. And from what I remember was my sleep paralysis demon was like a bug monster. And what I remember is that it like spit and it was like a whole bunch of like baby little bugs going after me and like eating my face. And then I closed my eyes and opened them again. The bug was gone, but I still felt the monster, like the little bug monsters on my face. I looked down and it's me. And the whole time I was just like brushing the tag of my blanket on my face. And that was the sensation of the bugs on me. Also, lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming, I wish I could do it more often. I've actually genuinely tried to do it. And I've only ever had it once, and it wasn't even when I was trying to do it. I had one lucid dream. I was fully aware that I was in a dream, but it was so lame because for some reason, I couldn't control anything. I realized it was a dream. Because one, why would I be at my elementary school? Number two, I don't remember the elementary school just having an outdoor bathroom that just connects to the school that the buses can port into. That was my first clue that it was a dream, and I was like, oh, okay, this is a dream. Let's go. Thunder, lightning, make me fly. No, nothing, nada, zip, zop, zoop, nothing. Nothing happened. And then the dream just continued. It wasn't like, oh, I just woke up immediately after that. No, it was like I was trapped in a dream. Like I was fully aware of it. I couldn't control anything and I couldn't get out of it. What? Who put that in my brain? Why did that happen? It could have been so cool. I could have lived a whole life in that dream. But no, we're not gonna give Brendan omniscient power in his dreams. Whatever happened to equality? Just because I'm a white guy? Jeez. I think that's going to be the end of this episode. Hope you enjoyed. And make sure to subscribe to my main channel at Brendan is Bizarre. And, keep up with this channel. Sweet dreams.